couple weeks back, Halo Studios came out and said that in October at Halo World Championships, they were going to be dropping a little bit more information about the future of Halo after they rebranded themselves. What was that? Earlier this year? God, everything is just running together at this point in time. 2025 has simultaneously been one of the most boring years on record, but it intermittently dispersed with just very hectic moments in time. But yes, 343 gave way to Halo Studios, and so far, well, they put out a bunch of cringe. They've made sure to celebrate every virtue signaling month, okay, from Pride Month to Pride Disability Month. That's July or some crap like that. Yeah. They're all over social media, locking replies on some of their more divisive posts, and ultimately saying that, yeah, man, with our next Halo project, and trust us, we have multiple in development right now, and yeah, we're gonna be bringing Halo back to what you guys all remember it for, and that is not like cutting edge gameplay. Not some of the most repeatable and fun gameplay loops that you could possibly imagine. No. Cutting edge visuals, because that's what sells games in 2025, right? That is something that has been pushing the industry forward for how many years now? Oh, right. We've pretty much hit a visual plateau since the tail end of the PS3, Xbox 360 generation. Because how much of a jump really did we see, from PS3 to PS4, let alone PS4 to PS5? Just using that as a point of reference, because saying how much of a jump did we see from Xbox One, from the Xbox, see, it's even difficult if I want to just make a joke about this, from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One, not the first Xbox, but the Xbox One, and then from the Xbox One to the Xbox Series S or X, or the new E that is coming out. So how much of a jump, see? You got a couple other, particle effects changes, and we still haven't quite ironed out 4K, and let alone 4K 60 FPS at this point in time. Something that PC has been crushing for the better part of a decade. But hey, don't worry, guys. Console gaming still thriving at this point in time. But yeah, going back to Halo Studios, they're supposed to be, giving us a little bit more insight as to what they've been up to, because when did Infinite come out? 2022, and they've done nothing. I think they've pretty much given up on Infinite at this point in time, which is why they're focusing all of their effort on the future of Halo, multiple projects, but one of which they have given their blessing to, and it looks like just generic-ass indie slop. Halo Fan Game receives official blessing from Halo Studios, which is fine and cool, a AAA developer giving its blessings to a, just a little indie title. It's just, if you're going to be giving official recognition to something, wouldn't you kind of hope that it would look something better than just some mobile slop crap? Like, bro, this shit looks like trash. I don't know, what are you trying to evoke Among Us with shitty ass Plants vs Zombies aesthetics from like the early 2000s? It's like, I understand it's like, what, one guy, it's a love and passion project, I understand, but first of all, you have to reveal it over on Blue Sky, which is already a red flag. But also, you're doing a Halo fan game in 2025, and that's the best that you can do. Remember in the late 2000s when Master Chief was on par with Mario for being like the mascot of gaming? Remember where you couldn't go anywhere from like a corner store to the grocery store without being inundated with Master Chief and Cortana around everything and on everything? How did Doritos and Mountain Dew become ubiquitous as the snacks for gamers? Because of their collaboration with Halo. Because you remember Jeff Keighley, the Dorito Pope, all of that stuff was being sponsored and brought to you by the release of, what was it? It was either Halo 3 or Halo Reach. I think it was Halo 3, but even still, Halo was, man, it's still one of my favorite gaming franchises, okay? I still hold in high regard those 4 Bungie games. I gotta go back and I gotta play ODST. I've tried it a couple of different times, but guys, it doesn't grab me. I know a lot of people like it, okay, but still, it just hasn't really done anything for me. But yeah, Halos 1, 2, 3, and Reach, I mean, I put in thousands of hours into those games. But then 4 was convoluted and underwhelming, and 5 I gave up after like 2 missions. I bought an Xbox One. I have the Halo 5 Xbox One with the specific and special sounds for the startup on the console. I even got the Xbox One controller, the Guardians controller, and it's all cool, and I'm glad that I bought that. It's just I haven't even been bothered to go back and play that game. Like, maybe if it comes out for the Master Chief Collection, it's like I could be interested, or maybe that's one of the many different projects being greenlit over at Halo Studios, but given the fact that they're working on cutting edge, perhaps in order to really bring one of their visions to light, they need some new graphical engineers, which this right here is just the epitome of the ineptitude of Xbox and Microsoft. The Xbox graphics team is hiring folks with experience with a device drivers, GPU performance, or related validation or engineering system experience. And as Pirate Nation has this very stupid AI generated picture. Yeah, hi, we're looking for graphic artists. Don't worry, guys, this is definitely for a long-term position. You won't be outsourced by AI because, hey, at least with a graphic designer, they won't have a depiction of a computer monitor display the graphics on the outside or on the back of the monitor. Perhaps we can get somebody that competent, but yeah, they decide to go ahead and make this a cringe AI graphic with a diverse woman letting you know, hey, Xbox, we have a certain lean. It doesn't matter that we just fired 9,000 employees across the entire company, but hey, we're hiring diverse women for our graphics department. Make sure to sign up with the white guy. But one of the products that Halo Studios is apparently working on is, oh my god, another remake for Halo 1, which, yeah, I love the game. Like, the story is tremendous, but apparently for this new remake, that's the only thing that you're going to be getting, because they're still, I guess, going to be trudging along with infinite multiplayer, which is free to play. And I thought I heard, okay, because I think it was GameRanks that recently put out a video about the 10 or 20 most destroyed games thanks to microtransactions and arduous monetary practices. It was a very good video, and I can't remember if Infinite was on there or not, but it's a game that released, and it's so wild to think that a Halo game can come out and nobody talk anything about it a couple of months later, let alone years at this point. But yeah, running back a Combat Evolved remake, it's like, I guess, but you're really getting close to the whole Capcom Resident Evil 1 area with this, because yeah, you already have Anniversary Edition, which yeah, did come out on the Xbox 360. Okay, so it's been a while, but your most successful game in the franchise, it still needs an anniversary mode. Like Halo 3 is just like, it's right there, man. It's just, you want to give a facelift to that one, that would be great. But yeah, Halo Combat Evolved Remake will only feature a campaign mode, which is also, yeah, you're still going in with the infinite multiplayer, and then you also want to continue with the Master Chief Collection, because that's kind of the concession that I'm seeing on this one, and that's all you can do. You can't run back any of those multiplayer maps. Like, we can't get a proper Blood Gulch in UE3, or I'm sorry, UE5, I guess, because that's the most important thing about, Halo Studios at this point in time. Cutting edge graphics with Unreal Engine 5, which everybody is having a problem using on big, wide, overarching projects. But I digress. New information from a reliable insider reveals that Halo Combat Evolved Remake, Combat Evolved, what did I say? Whatever. Will not feature a multiplayer mode and will be campaign only. God, and what are they going to do to the campaign? It's not like there's anything, not that I can remember being, what could be, well, at this point in time, it's like anything could be perceived as problematic, especially from those activists over there at Halo Studios. So God forbid that they do anything, because what was so cool about those anniversary remakes for 1 and 2 when they came out a while back at this point was you could just press select and you could switch between the two graphical options on the fly, and yeah, nothing would end up changing in the grand scheme of things. Like, it was really cool and very well implemented. I'm just wondering if, we'll get the same thing for this one. Highly doubt it. You could press press select, or whatever they call it at this point in time, the share button, 3 times to go between the anniversary and the classic edition. But maybe that'll just be an admission that, hey, we're kind of out of ideas. But new details about the Combat Evolved remake have emerged thanks to Rebs Gaming's latest YouTube video. In the video, he also shares updates on Project Eaker, Halo 7, and addresses some rumors surrounding Halo Infinite. Starting with Combat Evolved's remake, Rebs first discusses publicly available information. Halo Studios stated that most of what they showcased at the Unreal Engine 5 research project Foundry is expected to be included in the projects that they are currently developing. And yeah, it looks pretty. It's just how the fuck is it going to run when we get it in our hands? Okay, is it going to be optimized? Is it going to be, it's a more cinematic 30 FPS this time around, because hey, it looks really good, but to really get that proper Halo experience, okay, to get that real proper cinematic storytelling that Halo is known for, because we could just gaslight the fandom on what, you remember Halo as. It's just a really pretty looking movie with just the intermittent amounts of gameplay that you're just interspersed amongst this very overarching narrative. Which, yeah, I'm not trying to denigrate the story. It's a great story, by the way. It's just focusing on the visuals, man. The visual fidelity is just so silly. But anyways, the Insider feels that Project Foundry is clearly based on Combat Evolved. Okay, cool. So you're working on Halo 7, Project Equer. I don't know, man. That's what you guys are doing over there. Even though you also got impacted by the Microsoft layoffs, and you haven't had a hit on your hands ever as a studio. Rebs then shared information he received about the two sources connected to Halo developers revolving Combat Evolved Remake. Sources revealed the development for the remake began in 2023. God, it's a big game. It's an important game, but it's going to take you 3 years to do a remake on something that was remade, about 10 years ago? Stop. But yes, the anniversary project set for release in 2026. Now, if it was the original trilogy being remade, that would be something, but I doubt it. It's also been noted that Combat Evolved Remake will feature only a campaign mode and may potentially be released on PlayStation as well. Fuck. That would be wild. But I could also see that because the Gears of War remake that is coming out next month or something like that is also going to be on PlayStation, which is, it's wild. And at one point in time, Gears of War was competing with Halo, but it was never really the standard bearer the same way Halo was. Okay, in terms of multiplayer plans, Rebs Gaming has reported that 343 Industries canceled the Battle Royale mode for Halo Infinite, known as Project Tatanka. Sure. Buffalo has been handed over to Certain Affinity. Okay, the game development studio has rebranded it as a separate multiplayer game using Unreal Engine 5, which is currently codenamed Project Equer. Oh, great. So it's the scrapped Battle Royale mode for Infinite, which already sounded cringe. And it's cool, Halo multiplayer. Yeah, we're going to be doing a Battle Royale. Fuck right off. Can't you play as Master Chief in Fortnite, which is already cringe enough to begin with? It's why do you want to do that? Whatever, man. Rebs Gaming then refers to a recent post from the Halo data miner named grunt.api that teased a title ID code for the game. When asked about the significance, the source confirmed that it pertains to Equer and indicated that the game has been receiving updates approximately every 6 hours for the past few days. Halo 7, the upcoming mainline installment in the series, based on the exchange with the Halo community manager, believes that 7 is currently in pre-production and is likely an indirect sequel. Yeah, we're going to be returning to our roots, but don't expect it to come out before the end of the fucking decade, because Halo Studios is a disaster. Halo hasn't been handled properly since Bungie has had the license, and at this point in time, trying to think that, hey, if Bungie just got back Halo, they could right the ship. I mean, just take a look at every other past creative coming back to a project. It just never ends up working out all that well. How did Russell T Davies coming back to Doctor Who work out? How did Sam Raimi coming back to superheroes work out for you? Does anybody remember Multiverse of Madness, or does anybody have a fond memory of Multiverse of Madness? It's just Halo, man. You were one of my favorite things. But to just see how it's been handled in recent years, it's upsetting, and at this point in time, it's kind of like a long deceased loved one. Just let it die and just let it rest in peace at this fucking point. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.